All right, what is up, everybody? Shawnee D Man here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. And I have with me again, of course, Jimmy. You all love. Put that down. You all love Jimmy. Oh my God, it's gonna be one of those kind of nights.
I'm gonna use this the whole.
I'd rather you not. I don't think anybody would want you to do that the entire night.
Everybody does.
Nobody does.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off.
All right, so.
Oh
my gosh. All right. Anyway, so we're bringing you guys a very unique, special video. Oh, all right. There we go. That's better. So we were talking the other day, and I brought up, you know what? We should make a little Pokemon video since we are very much into nerdy stuff.
Pokemon.
We both love Pokemon. So this video that you guys are watching is gonna be us talking about what our 6 Pokemon team is gonna be if we were challenging the Elite Four. And then we're gonna do a separate video later on where what are our teams gonna be if we fought against each other in like in the championship league. So that's what this is. So everybody should be familiar with Pokemon. We're doing the Kanto gen first. So that's, Pokemon yellow, blue, red, leaf green, fire red. So we're gonna do that. And I don't know if we will do all of them because I'm not very familiar with like Unova and Aloha. They've gotten
I don't think it's Aloha, Sean.
what is it then?
It's like Aloha.
Okay.
Aloha. I don't know. Alola.
I
don't know.
See, that's how out of touch I am with it because I don't like after.
I'm very out of touch.
After Sinnoh is when I kind of fell out of it.
There's Sword and Shield.
Yeah. You have Unova. There's some other one new. There's some other one too.
There was one and it was like Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
It's not Sun and Moon, but it's something like that.
Yeah. So it's like So there's a bunch of Pokemon out there, but
I checked out about.
It was for me. It was after Sinnoh was when I checked out.
Diamond and Pearl were probably the last games I played all the way through.
Yeah, so that was about. Like I said,
that's been a long time ago.
Oh yeah, it has. Oh, I forgot about Diamond and Pearls. Yeah, that too. So that was.
Is Sinnoh. That not Sinnoh?
Yeah, it is Sinnoh. Yeah, but I forgot about Diamond. But I forgot about it as the game. So I didn't pay that much of attention to it. But we grew up with the original Pokemon. Back when Ash was an actual 10-year-old.
I still have my copy of Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, really?
It still works. I can load it up and have my old team from when I was a little kid.
Oh, fancy. I enjoyed those games. Those are pretty fun. All right, so like I said in the beginning, this is going to be us talking about what our 6 team is going to be going against the Elite Four. And obviously, you all know the Elite Four are the top tier Pokemon trainers in the Kanto region. So, keep in mind, Lorelei, she has what? Water, ice, and psychic.
Yeah.
Because she has that jinx.
Primary ice.
Yeah, probably ice and water, but she also has that jinx. The second is Bruno, who specializes he has fighting and rock. I don't think he has ground type. I think later on in the other gens, he kind of like gets. Like in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green.
You're right.
So he has fighting and rock. Agatha has ghost and poison type Pokemon. I think dark too, but I can't think of who was the dark type. But I don't think
Agatha, does she not have a Gengar?
Yeah, but Gengar,
Gengar is dark. No.
No,
Gengar
Gengar's
Poison
Go. No,
Ghost.
yeah, Poison and Ghost. So yeah. So I don't know
Yeah.
if she has, but and then you have Blaine, which is Dragon type Pokemon. So so I'm very interested. So we didn't discuss who we had. I told
No,
I
this is
text
gonna be
it is gonna be interesting.
probably not too much of a surprise, but
Oh,
because like
I feel like you're gonna be a little bit surprised about who I picked, but I probably won't be as surprised
you
about who
might
you.
be surprised.
Really? Are you
There's
gonna
three that
surprise me?
there's three that you might know, but
Oh, okay, all right. So we each had to choose one of the starters. So Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, as you know, one of the six, and then the rest we just filled out. So who wants to go first? You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
sure. How are we laying it out?
So let's go one by one, and let's talk about why we picked that particular Pokemon. Start with the starter, and then we'll work our way down.
Okay. You go first.
You want to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, for my team, so number one is Charizard. Because I have always loved. Now Charizard, obviously in
I
the
knew
game,
it.
you see, you
I
knew
knew it.
that
See, that was the one.
was
Yeah,
the one.
we'll get into that.
Okay. Charizard has always been like one of my favorite Pokemon from the very beginning. Obviously, in the game, Charizard is kind of hard to use in that style of in the Kanto style of things because fire types aren't as strong as some of the other types in the game. You get Charmander, and the first two gym leaders you face are Brock and Misty, and your Charmander's at a disadvantage. So you kind of have to like get other Pokemon to help you out. But but other than that, I'll always love Charizard. He's all like each time I replay Fire Red or Leaf Green, particularly Fire Red, I always pick Charizard. Always because I just love him. And then I loved it in Pokemon Yellow where you can get all three starters. So that was a very cool little feature. And I got an emulator where I could play Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I like transferred Bulbasaur and Squirtle onto my Fire Red, so I had all three starters on my team. So
yeah, that's the beauty of having
yep,
stuff like that.
Yep. So Charizard's number one. Number two would be Dodrio. So Dodrio is a normal / flying type. And
Surprising.
So really, I told you, I always had a flying type when it came to these games. And for the longest time, I always had like a Pidgeot. But I went with Dodrio because Dodrio is also a normal type. And so I can give him certain move pool to help deal with the Elite Four. Because obviously with Dodrio, he'll be good against Bruno and Blaine, and a little bit of Agatha, because flying moves, normal moves don't work on Ghost type, but all the other move sets can work on Ghost types. So Dodrio will be able to help me out with Bruno against his Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, and then against what is his name? Blaine, because I can teach, because obviously Dodrio has the Tri Attack, so that works, and then I could just teach him some other kind of ice move. So Dodrio's number two.
Wait, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
Because I have to say, okay, so you chose Charizard, which was going to be my pick.
Okay.
Is that the one
you changed
but
it?
I knew you were going to pick Charizard because I know that's like your favorite Pokemon. So for me as a kid, the first time I ever played Pokemon, I chose Squirtle, and I trained like up my Blastoise, and it kicked butt. So yeah, I'm gonna choose. I have Blastoise on my team.
See, I knew it.
Which it was gonna be Charizard because over the years I've come to like Charizard more, just for like different reasons. But he's gonna be my water type. Now, let's see. What do we got?
So I had
he
um,
as far as Blastoise goes, like battling the Elite Four, he would be more of my my filler team. Like I'm gonna have I would have him have learned like some moves that were just like pretty effective because water type. Yeah, I mean it can be useful here and there, like depending on the Pokemon. So yeah, he would be more of like a filler. I wouldn't use him as like a main against any of the Elite Four. Now you do two, I'll do two. Okay, so another one I would say.
Go ahead and get the other one out the way. That's obvious.
No, I'm not. I'm saving him for last.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
But I knew. I sat there. I knew Blastoise was going to be one of yours.
Yeah.
So
okay. My fire type is Arcanine.
Knew it.
Did you know?
I knew. Well, I was driving home from work and I was sitting here thinking. I was like, okay, I know he's gonna pick Blastoise. He's gonna pick that other one, and he's gonna choose between Arcanine and Ninetales. But I was
I've never even had a nine. Well, I mean, I've caught in Vulpix, but I've never like used Ninetales.
Right, but like in my mind, I was leaning more towards you picking Arcanine over any other fire type.
It's a fire dog.
I know.
I mean, come on, it doesn't get much cooler than that.
I know.
He's. I mean, aside from like Charizard, he's my second favorite fire type. In the original 150 for sure. And is Arcanine fire and fighting, or am I remembering?
He's just fire. Just fire.
Just fire. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, he would be useful against Lorelei for sure. The first, ice type. What's up?
Yeah, but with Lorelei, you just have to like watch those matchups because
for sure. Yeah, because she'll throw a curveball on you. See, again, I haven't played in like years and years. I don't remember the exact Pokemon she had. Yeah. I did a little research, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would be my fire type. He would be useful against ice.
Okay.
For sure. All right.
Is that me? All right. Go. So number 3 would be Slowbro. Because I get that little mixture of water and psychic. And obviously it's a counterbalance because it's a weird thing because psychics are great against ghost type, but also bad against ghost types, and vice versa with the ghost types. It's a weird thing.
Ghosts are only weak to like I think ghost and dark. So
it's a weird thing.
Psychic I think is the same way for sure.
Yeah. So I picked Slowbro because I usually always had a water type Pokemon. So before I would always have Lapras, and I was close. It was tied between Lapras and Slowbro. Thinking ahead because with Lapras, her being a water and ice type, I could use against Lance. But I have 2 other Pokemon who I could use against Lance, which I'll get to them a little bit later on. But I always had a water type to deal with. I also helped Dodrio against Bruno and Agatha. So Slowbro's number 3.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Hitmonlee.
I knew it. I knew you had Hitmonlee.
Really? Yeah. You knew I had Hitmonlee.
You always used Hitmonlee, yeah.
Yeah,
your fighting.
I love Hitmonlee. So the thing about Hitmonlee is for this list, he's kind of like he's there. Like he's good against like ice, so he could be good against Lorelei. He's good against rock. He's good against so he'll be good against Bruno. The only downside with him is I couldn't really use him against Agatha and Blaine because of Well, Agatha I could against because I think Agatha usually uses like Arbok and Golbat the first time you face them, and so
Yeah.
Hitmonlee could be useful against that, but not against her Gengar because physical moves wouldn't affect it. And then with Blaine, it wouldn't work just because it could work depending on what flying moves he used with his dragon types, because they also have flying types, so that would be a little bit of a troublesome problem right there for Hitmonlee. But yeah. But I love Hitmonlee. He is one of the coolest Pokemon. Like I would always have him on my team regardless. So quick recap: my top 4 are Charizard, Slowbro, Dodrio, and Hitmonlee.
All right.
All right. So what are your next 2?
Let's see. Let me pull up my list. Trying to decide. Okay. Next, I will. Okay, so Snorlax.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Really? Okay, that's okay.
Snorlax is a beast. If you make him learn the right moves, Snorlax is a sweeper for sure. Okay. Especially is it Giga Drain?
Yeah, Giga Drain.
Wait, is that him? There's some move that he uses. No. See, it's been so long. There's a move that Snorlax uses. No, I think it's either like it's not rest, but it's like the more advanced version.
Snore.
Well, Snore is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I vividly remember using Snorlax one time, and literally he slept the whole battle and destroyed. I can't remember who on the Elite Four it was, but like destroyed them. I was like, and I think it's good to have a normal type too.
Right.
Just because they're kind of like the I don't know, jack of all trades kind of. But yeah, Snorlax. I've always really liked Snorlax. One of my favorite Pokemon. Just like I don't know, like nostalgia wise, anyway. Next, who do you think my ice type's gonna be?
Oh, see, okay. So real quick, Snorlax was completely unexpected. I was not.
Really?
Yes, I was not expecting you to pick Snorlax.
I've like almost always had Snorlax on my team.
Well, I never did. I never had a Snorlax on my team. Now that I'm older, if I was to play like through that emulator again, I would probably have Snorlax or this other normal type, or one of the other types I have. But your ice type, if I had to guess, it's probably going to be either, it's probably going to be Dugong.
You don't know me at all.
It's
Lapras.
Oh, there it is.
It's freaking Lapras.
It was between them.
Great.
Yeah. Lapras is great. Yeah.
I mean, people may argue, but I mean, it may be up for debate. But to me, Lapras is like the Kanto ice type for me personally. Like it's Lapras is like the best. So yeah, that'd be my ice type.
Okay. See, now I'm so curious, like who your 5th Pokemon. I know your 6th Pokemon is, but I'm just so curious who's that 5th. I'm rarely curious about that.
Well, I mean, there's one type, if you think about it, that I haven't really had yet that is one of the most powerful types in the game. So,
you want to go ahead and do yours, and do you want me to do mine? Do my last thing?
I can go ahead and do mine. Okay, so 5.
Okay, 5. Okay, go ahead.
5 is Dragon type, and it's Dragonite.
See, I was so close. I was so close to texting you and telling you not to use Dragonite because you usually don't get him. I mean, unless you really grind, you usually don't get him by the time you get to the Elite Four. Unless you get him.
See, that's the thing. So, at least on my past several playthroughs, of like the earlier games.
Mm-hmm.
I do you do get
You can get them in the Safari
you can
Zone.
actually catch, which I don't prefer, because if you train them up from
Oh, that's right. You can actually get a Dragonair.
you can catch a dragon there,
that's what I thought. But it's difficult. It's difficult to do that. It's like a 1 or 2% chance of that happening.
Well,
Something like that.
Training a Pokemon up from their first evolution, they're more powerful by the time. I think it's called something Tease. Man, I can't. It's been a while since I've been like really into Pokemon, but yeah, Dragonite for sure. Because anyways, like what I was saying, I would get them later in the game, and I would grind because Dragonite like has always been one of my favorite Pokemon. So I would grind and get it up to par, like to go against the Elite Four, and usually that EXP share.
Yep, that's true. It's true.
It's always been like the OG. Okay. Yeah.
And the last one. Go ahead and say it. I already know who it is.
Last one. The Ghost King.
Yep.
My Ghost Boy, Gengar.
Gengar. Knew it. I knew Gengar had to be. Oh, I love Gengar too.
Gengar's like special attack is out the wazoo. Like,
right.
He's always like, as far as like dealing damage, Gengar is extremely like proficient. Like, I mean, you ask anybody that, he's kind of OP. That's why like he would always be my go-to.
Right. I remember we were hanging out one night, and this was during when Pokemon Go was at the height of its popularity. I remember us. I forgot what we were doing, but we were driving somewhere, and I think either you were driving. You were driving. I was playing Pokemon Go, and then I just start freaking out. I was like, Gengar, and we stopped by like this bank, and like we just caught we both caught Gengar.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Gengar. I mean, Gengar's just always been like, everyone has their, like you said, Charizard. Like,
everyone has their one favorite.
Has their Pokemon, and like Gengar's always been mine. Because I mean, I remember like, what was his name? There's a kid that used to go to church with us, and he would bring his Game Boy, and we would play Game Boy. And one time, I had like some Pokemon. He wanted me to trade it to him. He had a Haunter. It traded over to me, and like, as a kid, like, I think that was the first time that I had experienced like a trade evolution. So like, he trades me this Pokemon, and I'm like, oh, it's a Haunter, it's so cool, like, because I really like Haunter. And I think his name was Peanut or something.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Anyways, so yeah, it evolved to Gengar, and I was like, what? This Pokemon is like amazing. Like, he looks cool. He's Ghost. And then I used him and grinded him and like got him like super powerful.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, I remember that first time going against the Elite Four with my Gengar like leveled up. I pretty much swept through all of them with just him. Like, really? Every now and then I'd have to, revive him or use another Pokemon, but like, he was pretty much like my main throughout the entire Elite Four. Really, when you have to start like really thinking about like which Pokemon to use and really strategize is when you get to your rival, when you get to Blue.
Right.
That's when it gets pretty tough. But yeah, Gengar, my boy.
Okay, so my last two. So for number 5, I have Tauros as my number 5.
Okay.
Tauros is a straight normal type.
Surprising.
See, Tauros is another one of those kind of Pokemon that I have always loved to play with. But he was always a pain in the butt to catch in the Safari Zone. The
Oh,
same
for
thing.
sure, yeah.
So I usually paid no mind to him because after a certain time, you get frustrated, and I'm just kind of like, well, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'll just come back and catch you later. But Tauros is one that I like because he's straight normal type, so I can give him whatever I want him to learn to kind of be that Swiss Army knife in the Elite Four. So, like for Lance, for instance, if I would have went against Lance, I could have Tauros, and he can know Ice Beam or Blizzard, something like that, to deal with his Dragon types. And then it was weird.
You can cut it in the video.
Yeah. But
technical difficulties.
And then so for my last one is Nidoking for number 6. I think Nidoking.
Yeah, you've really kind of surprised me with your.
Yeah, I think Nidoking is a very powerhouse kind of Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you catch it as a Nidoran and train it up, it can be really one of your strongest Pokemon on your team. And again, it's kind of like the same thing with Tauros. It's like I can set up his moveset to best serve me against whatever member of the Elite Four I'm going with. So I can like teach him Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Earthquake, just moves like that can help me against whoever I'm going against. Primarily, I would probably use Nidoking. I would probably teach Nidoking, for instance, like say Ice Punch, to be more effective against Lance. Because his dragon, I have to at least have like Ice Beam and Blizzard attached to one or two of my Pokemon to at least give myself a good chance against Lance. Because normally, because I think before in the past, what I would do against Lance, it would be I always had like a Jolteon or Raichu or some kind of electric type Pokemon, and I would go after the Lance's dragon type's weakness because they're also part flying. So I also use an electric Pokemon to deal with that. And then the more you learn, because in the beginning, you don't pay any attention to the weaknesses. You don't really know all that stuff. But as you get older, like okay, that's it. Okay, so obviously, I think there was like some weaknesses that were kind of obvious, like water. Was better against fire and electric. I think those kind of things you knew, but like dragon types being weak against ice types, didn't know that at the time. So it's moves like that. So yeah, Nidoking and Tauros. That's my last two. So it'd be
nice.
Pretty good.
I was expecting Gyarados.
Really?
For some reason, I
like Gyarados. I'm just not like I like Gyarados. I was just not a huge Gyarados kind of guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is.
I guess I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah. I've just never been a huge Gyarados kind of person. Now I would use Gyarados on my team from time to time, but not a solid, team member in my opinion for me. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who would love to use Gyarados because it's half flying and half dragon. So that's just me though. So, but yeah, it's not bad. Not a bad list. I wasn't surprised on. You got me surprised on the Snorlax and the Dragonite, but the other ones I figured that's what you were gonna go with. Gengar, Blastoise, Arcanine, and wait. Try to remember who the other one was. Try to remember who the other ones were.
Gengar, Blastoise, Arcanine, Snorlax.
I already forgot.
Lapras.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, then I'll say I wasn't surprised about Arcanine's Blastoise and Gengar. I was really surprised. I really shouldn't have been surprised about Lapras, but I want to say I wasn't surprised. But really, Snorlax and Dragonite were pretty shocking. If I would have told you no Dragonite, who would have been your other one? Who would you have replaced Dragonite with?
No Dragonite.
Yeah.
Hmm. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what type. Why? What did you think I was going to go with?
Yeah, I see. I don't know. That's the thing. I wasn't really sure on who you would have gone with. I think. See, I don't know what kind of type you would have went for, because you already had your water, your ghost and poison, you had your water and ice with Lapras, Arcanine, you had your fire, then you have normal Snorlax. So the only option you could have probably done was maybe getting an electric type. So maybe going with like a Pikachu.
But see, I've done an electric type against the Elite Four before, and that was a bad idea.
It has worked out for me a little bit.
You really have to grind on an electric type, like
Well, you have to make sure, that too, and you also have to make sure it has like a good move pool, like having like Thunderbolt or Thunder. Yeah, I think I've
now see if we were including legendaries, Zapdos would be a good one. Also, Jolteon. Jolteon is great.
Yeah, Jolteon is a Pokemon I usually put on my team. For sure. I like Jolteon. I don't really care too much for Flareon and Vaporeon all that much, but Jolteon is usually.
Yeah, I feel like Jolteon is probably.
So I feel like it's more used.
In my opinion, with the original 3 EV starters or EV evolutions, I think Jolteon is probably the ranks highest for me.
Oh yeah. I just don't care too much for the other two. I mean, I like them both, but I just wouldn't put them on my team. But that's just that's just me. But all right. I guess that's gonna do it for this video, guys. We'll stick around. We'll be back with kind of a part, not a part 2, but the next one we'll do is Johto.
Should do one.
Should do on what?
We should do like a series of videos where we assemble our Pokemon teams of a specific type. That would be cool.
So like have like an all water and all fire?
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't have to, then it couldn't be Gen, it has to be like free for all. It couldn't be like
Gen yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean
there's some fire, like there's some certain types that I wouldn't really consider.
Normal type. What? Is it Kanto that has like hardly any normal type?
The only normal types are you have Meowth and Persian, Snorlax, Kangaskhan, Chansey. Well, you have. I
guess you have the.
Well, you have Jigglypuff, Wigglypuff, but now I guess they actually count more as fairies. I could be wrong about that one. I don't know where
they're fairy type. Yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah. But so I wouldn't really want to count them as a normal type if we were making a list like that. But
yeah, I mean, I guess you would be kind of limited on who you could pick, like on the team, especially if you only stuck to the first gen.
Yeah. But yeah,
just brainstorming.
So the next video we're gonna do is we're gonna assemble a team of 6 for the Johto Elite Four, and I hopefully will have a special guest. Hopefully, my friend Jennifer will join us for that one. She was gonna originally join us tonight, but she is being a nerd and she's busy with school. So hopefully she will join us for the next one and give us her thoughts on like what team she would pick. But you guys need to stick around, hit that like, subscribe button. We got more content coming. This is coming out on a Tuesday, and we'll have a video. We hopefully we'll have a video on Thursday, and then a video on Saturday. But the one for Saturday is going to be us reviewing Falcon and Winter Soldier. So very excited for that. So stick around for that one. But
When does that come out again?
comes out March 19th.
Was that next week?
Yes. we
I'm
may
excited for
oh my
that.
gosh, and we may even, I don't know, we'll talk about it, but we may even do a little Godzilla versus Kong, a little video, just talk about predictions for that. Nothing too
Yeah.
long, but we may do that. So we had a lot of things coming. There are some Auburn podcasts, if you're Auburn fans, that I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But share us to your friends, hit that like subscribe button, and other than that, we'll just catch you guys on Thursday then, and we will see you guys later.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Okay, that's enough out of you. I hate you so much.